I've got right here the Samsung Galaxy A56, and I've been using it for a month now, and here's what I have to say. It's a really good phone for the price, $499. And anyone who's looking to pick up this device isn't probably looking for the best of the best. I mean, if you are, then you'll probably end up going with the flagship, right? But with this phone, you are still getting exceptionally well performance. You're getting a pretty decent camera setup. You're getting a premium design, but best of all, you are getting great battery life with this phone. So starting things off with the design of the Galaxy A56, a month after its use, I haven't seen any scratches or scuffs or anything like that, and I try my best to take care of my phone, so it only does make sense, but this still feels really premium and sturdy. It doesn't feel cheap. It actually feels like a flagship, if you ask me, with a solid build quality. The main difference here with the A36 is that this A56, compared to the 36, is the aluminum frame, and that's what gives it the more premium feel. And it's comfortable to hold in hand, and it's pretty pocketable. It's got ergonomics holding up well in the past month. I've gotten used to it. It's got a fairly larger display than what I personally would prefer, but it's still great, and the display quality itself is also really good. I mean, it's 120 hertz AMOLED. You really can't go wrong. And using it for content consumption, which many people who are going to pick up this device for, you're gonna really enjoy it. And here's the thing, I used to sell A series devices, especially when I was a mobile sales consultant at Best Buy, and that was the most sold device that I can remember. It was that and iPhones that were selling really well. The flagships just weren't up there. The flagships of Samsung just weren't able to compete with the A50 lineup specifically, because this series, this lineup provides essentially everything that you and I, both me making this video and you, the user or the audience, can actually use. But when we start to look at things we want to have rather than what we need to have, that's when we start kind of turning towards flagships. But anyway, let's get back to it. I think this design still feels fresh and modern, even when you start to compare it to some other premium phones, like premium flagship devices. Samsung really didn't cut down with the design of the Galaxy A56. Yes, it does get fingerprinty and shines a lot with this back feel, so I kind of wish it was a matte finish, my personal preference. But other than that, it's been awesome. And again, display quality is great. Now, doesn't have a symmetrical bezel all around. It's asymmetrical. The bottom chin is a little bit thicker, but that's completely okay. Like within like a day or two, you get used to it, so that's not going to be any issues whatsoever. This wallpaper pack I'm currently working on, so stay tuned. In fact, maybe by the time this video does go up, I'll have it linked in the description down below. It is called Vintage Flourish. This is my latest wallpaper pack, and there's about like 30 different variations and colors, so definitely be sure to check it out, as it really does help out the channel. But let's get into the performance and the software. In the past month, how has it held up? So I've been running Android 15, One UI 7 on the A56, and One UI 8 Android 16 is going to come sometime soon. I don't know when, but in the meantime, One UI 7 with the redesign has been really good. It continues to run smoothly with no major issues. And for me, that caught me off guard and caught me by surprise is the Exynos 1580 chipset. It's holding up pretty good, and it's good for just like general tasks, YouTube, browsing the web, sending emails, calling, texting. And by the way, call quality does kind of matter depending on your carrier, and I'm switching from Mint Mobile on and off with this phone, and the call quality has been good. So casual gaming, Clash of Clans is fine. When you start to get into games like Call of Duty Mobile, it does, you'll start to see it slow down just a tad bit, but for the most part, other games are perfectly fine, like browsing social media, using it for ChatGPT or taking notes, whatever the case may be. You're not going to have any problems whatsoever. The speakers, it's pretty good. Not, it's not going to be flagship quality speakers, but I'm not too focused on, like, I'm not really in the audio game too much, so I'm not a huge expert on that. For me, as long as it gets decently loud, I'm okay with, and this does get the job done for me. So for example, when I say like, oh, this has a loudspeaker, that may be different for you. You may think, oh, it's not as loud as I want it to be, and you may want a louder speaker. So that's different for each of us. You kind of have to try it out on your own. Now, there are just, you know, minor slowdowns, but that's not like a huge thing. I mean, what I mean by minor slowdowns, because I test so many flagships, I see like the extra second or two it takes to, you know, open up apps. So it's nothing really too frustrating. So overall, the performance remains reliable and consistent for a mid-range phone. And the reason why I said like the Exynos chipset caught me off guard is because I haven't had the greatest experience with, you know, past A50 devices and their Exynos chipsets. Anyway, jumping over to the triple camera setup, in the past month, they perform solid for the price. Again, you want to keep the price in mind. So triple camera setup, you get a main camera made wide lens, you get an ultra wide, and then the third is a macro, which I personally don't use, but the main and the ultra wide, they get the job done. And if you want to make content, again, it's a great first step to start making content. And then as you continue to improve, then you pick up a flagship or you start, you know, going towards, I don't know, like DSLRs or whatever the case may be. But to start making content, it's a good phone. I mean, I started with an LG G3 back in 2014, and it's been a great journey so far. But main lens, I still think it produces sharp and colorful photos and results in good lighting. The ultra wide lens, I think for me, it's useful. I use it more than a telephoto, so I'm glad that's the second lens. But low light could be a little bit better with the ultra wide. And then there's macro, which I don't use and I haven't used in the past month. Like, I tried it out and that was really it. HDR and color tuning are impressive for this phone, for this price, and I think the cameras still remain pretty good. However, if you want to compare a phone at this price range directly, which is like the Pixel 9a, I still think the Pixel 9a cameras perform better than the Galaxy A56. Now, I do kind of want to talk about the battery life and the price kind of in the same category, because price is a huge factor for this phone. Now, battery life does remain excellent. It easily lasts all day with plenty left. And honestly, if you were a light user, which at least many of the people I've experienced picking up like an A50 series device, they are light users. Like, their phone is going to last them easily 2 days. But if you're a heavy user like myself, this will still last you very comfortably for the entire day with easily 6+ hours of screen on time. And in the past month, I haven't noticed any signs of battery degradation after consistent use whatsoever. So I gotta say, it's really good, and it's getting about like 45 watts of charging. That's Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra speeds, so that's a huge plus. And that's really what I have to say about the battery life. It's great. Like, if you want a phone at this price with great battery life, you probably want to go with the Galaxy A56. And combined with its price, I think the A56 feels like a smart, good value purchase. Because here's the thing, wrapping things up with my final thoughts, it's premium design, it's got strong battery, it's got great software and performance. Especially if you like One UI, you're going to really like this device. Like, you're going to feel at home, and it's got a pretty decent set of cameras. I think this is a great bang for your buck. Now, you do want to make sure that you find this phone on sale, which Samsung always has their A devices, S devices, all of their devices on sale at some point. So if you can find this for maybe $399, it's going to be even a better buy. But I can easily recommend the Galaxy A56. But that's kind of it for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, definitely be sure to superman the like button, comment down below, and best of all, share this video, because it really does help out the channel out a lot. It will help push my content out to more people. Again, definitely be sure to check out my wallpaper pack. This one right here is called Vintage Flourish, a plethora of different colors in the wallpaper pack. You can find in the description down below. And that's been it for me. Catch you guys in the next video. Take care.